Hi, everyone, and this is Odin from the Canadian marketing team, and I've got Jason from Radiant Freedom Digital Marketing, and we're here to help you out in understanding the step-by-step process of website conversion. And what we want to do is we want to analyze a website and give you some ideas of the do's and don'ts when it comes to website design, and specifically when it comes to Jason's proprietary process of making sure that you're following these 5 steps to ensuring that you get lead generation and you also get conversions. So as much as I like looking at Jason and Jason likes looking at me, what we're going to do is we're going to turn off our videos right now and we're going to focus only on the analysis of the website. Hey, Jason, thanks for being here.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here once again, working with you. And so I'm going to, turn off my camera now and
Okay.
let's switch over to the website. So today we'll be looking at Dr. Haley Owens, a naturopathic doctor in the Tri-Cities area. And so we have her website up right now. And so what we'll do is
Wow.
go
I
to
see.
our,
I see.
evaluator here.
I
So
see
first
some
thing
issues right.
so first thing we'll be taking a look at is the interrupt. Does she get attention? Now, first issue I see right here is actually, with one of the basics of website
Wow.
development, which is contrast. Her menu and her name both are purple on
Is
purple.
invisible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's a problem.
now the Be Well Now, that actually is pretty good. I like that. That's something we could work with. But we need to get her name visible, though, because when you're dealing with a naturopathic doctor, professional, the individual's name is an important part of it, because oftentimes they'll have a personal reputation attached to it. So people need to know who their naturopathic doctor is, especially when they're going to be entrusting their health with someone.
But also the same thing is when I take a look at websites like this, Jason, and you and I have been working on a number of websites together, there's a couple of key elements here when it comes to interrupt. Like, really, be well now, that's a platitude. And if you guys take a look at the word platitude, it's a trite and banal statement that fails to evoke an emotional response. There's really nothing unique about it. Any holistic wellness person is going to be able to say that. So there's really nothing unique. If you were to say, if you say book a 30-minute consultation with me, I guarantee you'll feel better or you don't pay, that's something really unique that I could get behind, because now I've committed to a 30-minute session. And guess what? Most 30-minute sessions at the very beginning are always free in the first place anyway. So it becomes a really excellent way to convert a person to reading a little bit more about this particular doctor.
Yeah, but my main
the other
thing here is that this core concept, though, is something we could work around. That it does need improvement for sure, but
yeah, for sure.
But I think is hitting towards the pain solution is sort of the right idea there. With that, just does need work. But
now, what about a like a special offer? Do you think that a special offer should? I mean, I really do. I don't see a special offer here anywhere.
Schedule a free consultation today. So she is doing that. The problem is it's again contrast issues, so it's invisible. You have to scroll down to see that button.
Yeah.
If that button, the same coloring, was up,
that should be the very first thing.
Then that would actually show up better and be way more visible and way more impactful. I mean, there are better special offers you can do, but
but again,
a conversion offer though, which is
but remember, Jason, the education spectrum says this, that. But if you remember the education spectrum, we've talked about this before, the education spectrum says that only about 10% of people are ready to buy right now. The other 90% are looking for information to see if you're any better or any worse than anyone else, and how are you going to be able to tell me you're any better or any worse. So right now, I don't see any testimonials on here saying that you're any better or any worse, or this company is. I don't see a special offer saying that, hey, how to pick the right naturopathic doctor for your needs. I don't see that at all. Well, there's a testimonial right there, but again, it's so hidden down at the bottom. They're not leading off with it.
And it's
I just see I mean, for the very beginning, I would say.
And it's again that contrast issue, because I could barely even see it. So that's
Yeah.
so that's
I
gonna
think this might have been something that this particular. I think again, when I look at this, it seems to me like it's the owner that actually put this together instead of having
yeah
someone like yourself, or myself to kind of write the copy. So I would say there's really,
yeah
it's not a landing page at all. They would get a zero.
yeah I would
Art.
tend to agree
And it's
because
not really engaging either. So it's a
yeah
zero again.
yeah
And
and
in
again
regards to
there are some
compelling
elements
evidence,
there's
building a
some
case that leads to prospect
yeah and again
interaction.
there's some elements there that could work as that, but they're just not done the way they need to be. Either you can't see them or it's not the right offer. Which so yeah, I would agree that that does make
But
it a
remember
zero.
that the engage But remember that the engage, and everyone listening here, I mean, this is how Jason and I are. We love to banter back and forth, and we love to talk about marketing. And if we remember the engage right here, Jason, it says here, once a prospect decides to stop and see your materials, if the landing page, if landing page scores 0, 1, 0, 1, or 2, then automatically score L0 here. I mean, we have to score at a zero there. It must be a
Yeah,
zero. I mean, it
yeah, I
must be,
agree.
because it's not a landing page at all.
Yeah,
It's a you found my website, you want to buy from me, and this is how you book an appointment. I can pretty much bet you, and everyone listening here, this website is getting no traction at all. And you were at my event last Saturday. You can see what my website's producing. We had a room full of 50 people, 50 business owners. My website's producing results. So I kind of know something about producing results for a website.
yeah,
So when we go to control, is there evidence provided to build a case that leads a prospect to seek interaction with the landing page representatives? I would say no. There's no compelling
yeah,
evidence to support the claims. It's cute and institutional. She's just like
yeah,
everyone else. And this is a great opportunity for her, wouldn't you say, Jason? Because,
yeah,
I mean, we can write these materials and differentiate significantly and really
absolutely.
actually have this website doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing, is give, funneling people through social media or in person or their business card, so that they go to the website and they begin to educate themselves about what naturopathic medicine truly is and what it isn't.
Yeah, and ultimately become patients at her clinic.
Precisely. Mhm. So it's just unfortunate that, again, not everyone knows sales and marketing and develops a website the way you or I do. And this is how come we're doing this series for everybody. And also, I mean, we're going to be talking about this in an event coming up at near the end of March.
Yeah,
For about 30-minute event on what you can do to make your website better. And this is all leading towards that.
yeah, absolutely.
So
That's
what's the last one? So we got zero, we got zero,
decision.
we got zero. There is
Decision.
an offer.
There
Would you?
is an offer if you're able to squint enough to see the cyan on white background button, and you're willing to scroll down, you will see the offer.
Yep,
Now
absolutely.
the now if we're just rating the offer itself and not the design and layout of it, I would give the offer, I would say, a 2 out of 5,
I do
because
agree. She does offer a free consultation.
which it's a fairly basic average offer, so which is pretty much about what a 2 out of 5 is on this. Is it's an average offer that guys give your average person who is ready to book an appointment now the you know the the means and the direction as to what action is needed for that.
Mm,
Main issue here is she does not have an offer for those people who may be in the market in the near future but aren't ready just yet. So maybe
hmm
somebody who's looking for a naturopath and right now they're wanting to compare between several different naturopaths, and if one of them has an offer that gives them some additional information, or they have that information directly on their website, guess which naturopath is going to get the appointment and which one's not.
you got to remember what Geico did. Geico says, "Come and check out our website, and in 3 minutes or less or whatever it is, you're going to have a comparison of all the different insurances, and we guarantee will be the best price." Geico got you to the website, and now you're taking a look at at pricing of other insurances. I mean, like, they really handle that well. So if you can think of the Geico example, I mean, we're not talking about the gecko per se, but although that's a cute little mascot.
Yeah,
that's kind of what you're looking for. You want to figure out, how do you compare to the other guys? What do you do differently? And what guarantees can you offer? And that really will differentiate you in a competitive marketplace. Because let's face it, you go to school to become a naturopathic doctor for literally 4 to 8 years. And by the end of it, you don't have any business or marketing skills. They're very good at being a naturopath, but they're not necessarily the greatest at being able to generate leads and depend upon referrals. And that's exactly where the website comes in.
Exactly. Plus, it also is a great source of information for professionals in other fields of medicine who may be looking for, you know, for a chiropractor, for example, might be looking for, a naturopath they can refer people to when there's something that comes up that's outside of their discipline to get
Mm-hmm.
those professional relationships. And your
Mm-hmm.
website really needs to have the right type of information, both for the general public and for the fellow professional colleague to be able to know whether or not you're the right person to see or the right person to entrust their patients to, as
Mm-hmm.
depending on your perspective there. So basically, so far, what we're looking at is 2 out of 20 at this point. And we're on to the last part. Let's take a look at the overall appearance of the page and the overall structure, which, again, we've already right off the bat identified some major issues on the basics of website design and development. So, so there is some other information available on sub-menu stuff, but really the biggest core issue with website development is make sure that people can see your contents. So this is the way kind of thing it should be, even if you're changing colors a little bit for branding or for a call to action section. That still needs to be a dark color if it's going to be on a white background, or a very light color, as in the top here, if it's going to be a dark background. So the white text on the purple works good. The purple text on the purple, no matter what shade of purple you're using, does not work. Again, cyan on white does
Mm-hmm.
not work, but a dark blue or a purple on white.
Mm-hmm.
So for this, I would go with purple to stick with the branding she's already established up here, and go with a royal purple for this button.
Mm-hmm.
And then your
So
standard
how long would
text.
it take for this particular person to So how long would it take for this particular person to fix this website, do you think? About a week? About a week, eh?
Yeah,
Maybe
it
two.
depends on how quickly you're able to work.
Marketing strategy, sales
Yeah,
pitches.
and there's also is work that needs to be done with the contents as well, because
Mm-hmm.
there are some good things here, but there does need to also make sure that it's following a unified direction as far as having a consistent message that's consistent across all her marketing platforms that she's currently using. So there's a core message that comes through on this. So that would be something that would require more in-depth,
Mm-hmm.
look than we have time to do here in order to work that out. But as far as making fixes to the basic core design, you're probably looking at maybe a 1 to 2 week job. And that's also allowing for the usual time delays and for waiting for decisions and
Mm-hmm.
information and stuff.
Cool. Well, I think that we got a pretty good handle on this, and hopefully you guys get some good ideas about what you can do with your website.
Yeah,
So definitely reach out to Jason and talk to him about getting your website done and having this analysis done for yourself. And Jason hires me anyway in order to write copy. So what we can do is we can make sure that both of our minds are put together for this process.
absolutely. Now, one other thing I'm going to ask for you to leave in the comment section down below is if you have a website and you would like to get a review like this done on your website, which will get you a link to your website, which helps your SEO. It also gets you, you know, publicity through the YouTube channel, as well as also gets you the valuable feedback on your website. Then post it in the comment section down below, the link to your website, and myself and Odin will do our best to get get to your website as quickly as we can.
Awesome. Thanks, Jason. Really appreciate this.
Yeah, and remember, you're awesome. So shine your awesomeness for the world to see. This has been Jason
Oh,
and Odin, and bye for now.
that's awesome. Thanks. Bye, guys.